Hey, what's up, guys? It's your girl, Papi Brit. Welcome to the Platicando con Papi podcast. If it's your first time here, then welcome. And if you've listened to me before, then thank you so much for making time to come back and listen to me once again. Today, I wanted to sit down and talk about a topic that has really started to bother me. And honestly, I didn't realize it was going to be so frustrating and annoying, but it's become more and more popular or more prominent in my life as of lately. And I just want to nip it in the butt already because it's so frustrating. And it is this topic of just being a content creator and OnlyFans especially. In every single one of my videos, I have had someone comment that I should do OnlyFans, and they try to mask it in a way in which they are looking out for my best interest and saying that I would get so much more engagement and so much more following and get followers way more quickly if I, one, started an OnlyFans, or two, started doing content that basically belongs on OnlyFans. I don't know how this happened, but a lot of the listeners that I have gained on YouTube and on this podcast are somehow men, which is very interesting to me because I have always said this. I do not cater my content or my videos or anything of that sort to men because I'm not here for male validation. I really, quite frankly, could give a shit less about male validation in that aspect. Obviously, I love and respect the men who support me and who genuinely listen to me and for the value that I bring, but not for those who are here to fetishize me or listen to me for this reason or for whatever reason, you know? But in every single one of my videos, I have had someone comment about how I should do OnlyFans, or about how I should make certain videos about me cleaning in a cute little maid outfit or trying on bikinis or doing that kind of content to get more followers. And it's really started to bug me, and I'm tired of, and I say men because it's literally been nothing but men commenting this, and they say it in a way where they're trying to act like they're looking out for my best interest. And I recently just had to block another one. I have just started to block everyone that makes comments like this. The latest one was this guy commenting saying, you know, you would have such a bigger following if you actually catered your videos to your followers and your listeners and blah, 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 blah. And, you know, you should make more videos, you know, doing this or doing that. And a lot of it is of me being provocative or whatever on camera. And realistically, first of all, this is a podcast, and if you look back at my older videos, I was doing vlogs and different fun videos, but my intention and my purpose behind creating this podcast is very different. And I know that a lot of people want to know more about me, and I want to know more about my life and want to see more videos about what I do outside of this screen. I have been wanting a podcast for a really long time, but I don't want it to just be bullshit. There is a lot of bullshit on the internet, and I want it to be about my personal growth and my life lessons, and I want it to have meaning and purpose behind it. There is a time and a place for everything, and believe me, I am fun outside of this. And I have people telling me make videos of you taking shots, or podcasts of you taking shots, and podcasts of you telling your craziest going out stories and blah, 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 blah. And I know that might get more views and it might be more fun to listen to than me sitting here just talking about my life lessons or whatever else, but that is not the purpose behind this podcast. And so I'm finally like saying this right here, right now. Anyone who asks me if I'm going to make an OnlyFans or suggests that I should make an OnlyFans or that I should make videos that are provocative in any way, shape, or form, they are getting blocked. Because I am not here for views. I am not here for clout. I am not going to jeopardize my authenticity for clout. I am not going to jeopardize my values and who I am as a person and my intent and my purpose for clout. I'm not going to do that. I have had so many people suggesting I make a video about this or I make a video about that. And obviously I'm here for constructive criticism, and I'm more than happy to accept that if it's coming from someone that has good intentions towards me, not from a man that wants to fetishize me. So that's part of the reason why I literally took my nails off, and I'm getting them done tomorrow, but I'm getting them done short, is because I was so sick and tired of the long nail fetish freaks who would watch me simply because of my long nails. Mind you, this is something that I have had to accept for myself, and as someone that I have never been the prettiest girl or the popular girl or anything else, and I kind of became like, I grew into myself within the last couple years. So it's been interesting to see how different men treat me now that my body looks a different way, now that I look a different way, now that I dress a different way, and I don't do it for anybody else but myself, because it took a long time for me to get here. So if I dress a certain way, or because of where I work or whatever else, like, people want to portray me in that way, and I get that that comes in part because of the way I portray myself, but it's how I feel most confident and how I feel most comfortable, and that doesn't justify men being fucking weirdos and sexualizing everything that I do. Because the fact that I'm like having this issue and having to address this, it's so crazy to me, because I don't know in any of the podcasts that I've made up to this date, I've made it so that people believe that the content that I'm trying to put out is OnlyFans kind of content, because it's not. I will never be an OnlyFans girly. And I've said this for many, many years. And this is not to shame anyone who does OnlyFans or who creates that kind of content in any way, shape, or form. I am all for sex workers. I am all for people doing whatever makes them happy and whatever is authentic to them. But it's just not my cup of tea. And so it's really, really frustrating when I have people kind of commenting, saying, well, you would have so many more viewers and if you just listen to us and listen to what we want to watch. And realistically, like, that's not what I'm here for, and that is not the kind of following that I care to have. This podcast is something that's very near and dear to my heart that I've been wanting to do for years, and it's not about followers, and it's not about clout, and it's not about money for me at all. If it comes, I am so fucking grateful if it does, but I'm not gonna, like I said, I'm not gonna jeopardize my values and my authenticity for views or for money. And that's how I've always been, and that's what I'm gonna continue to do. For me, if I put out a podcast and it resonates with one person, that's all that matters to me. If it doesn't, at least it resonated with me, and at least I was able to create something where I was able to express myself, and that's what matters most to me. And that's also something that I've had to learn and sit with, is learning that I am a creative and a content creator, because I always thought of creatives as people who, you know, are into poetry and writing and into art and painting and all of that stuff. So I've never considered myself a creative, but I've had to step into that, because realistically, expressing myself and doing this is also me being a creative. And it's been hard because Obviously, I haven't been as consistent as I want to be, and I understand that the following and everything else will come with being consistent. But I also have a life outside of this, and unfortunately, this isn't what makes me my main source of income. I have a full-time job that I have to go to. I have friends and family that I need to, make time for, and I need to make time for myself. And I don't want to just be putting out bullshit. Like, I've said this before, everything that I like, when I write a podcast or when I create a podcast, I'm not just sitting here and spewing out BS. Like, it's stuff that I've had to sit with, that I've had to process, and that I finally feel like I can speak on. I'm not just gonna speak on bullshit or just put out videos just to put out content. And I saw these quotes that really, really resonated with me, that helped me a lot, because I've had so many people, again, the same people that are commenting for me to create an OnlyFans, and I appreciate that people are pushing me to post more and create more, but if it's not authentic to me and if it doesn't feel right, I'm not going to post it, and I'm not going to create it. Like, I'm not. And that's what it really comes down to. And I know that obviously when you post every single day and put yourself out there every single day, more people are bound to see your content and bound to follow you and whatever else. Like, I get that it's about consistency. Like, believe me, I know that it's not something that I don't know. But again, I've even had men come into my job, men I don't even know, telling me like, oh, well, I'll pay for your equipment, pay for this and that, but like, you need to be on your shit, blah, blah, blah. Like, how are we going to make money off of this? And I'm like, who is we? Like, what are you talking about? This is not for anybody else other than myself. And it's not about money for me. I do this because it's something I'm passionate about and something that I enjoy doing. Again, if money comes with it, I'm more than grateful, but I'm not going to sell myself out for views. I had this one guy question me like, oh, well, if you just put someone on your podcast that's bigger than you, like, you'll get a bigger following. And I was like, well, no, like, that, I don't want to do that. Like, I don't want to just put anybody on my podcast. I want to be very intentional about who I bring on this podcast. And I want to bring my friends who are also creatives, who are yoga teachers, who are designers, who are whatever else, like people who are creatives and who are doing something in that I see value in. And I don't want to just bring whoever so that I can get my 5 seconds of fame, because what I want to build isn't something that's going to get me my 5 seconds of fame and then everyone after that just like loses interest. Like, I don't care for that. I want something that's organic and that grows with me. It's gotten very frustrating to have people in my ear that don't even know me or know the purpose behind this podcast coming even into my job to try to get in my ear about how to grow or what to do with my art and with my content. And so I started to feel very guilty, because I had so many people telling me like, well, you need to do this and you need to do that and blah, blah, blah. And you're never going to make it if you don't post 27,000 times a day and put yourself out there in every single social media and blah, 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 blah. And I read this quote that really helped me out, and it's, creation out of obligation rather than inspiration is a disservice to your purpose. So that really helped me, because I don't want to create and put videos out simply because I feel obligated to. And, it was like a series of quotes about creation. And the other one was that you don't just create for other people's consumption. I'm not here to be a creator simply for other people to consume what I put out. I'm here to create because that I feel like that is one of my purposes and what I want to do and what makes me happy and what makes my heart full. But I'm not here to create for someone else's consumption. If other people consume and resonate, cool, but I'm not gonna create and post this video and do backflips simply for a view or for a follow. And a lot of people, as of recently, have made me feel like, and I realize that I don't now, but they feel like I owe them something because of a follow. for me, it's about posting quality, not quantity. And I know that my genuine followers and people that genuinely care about me and what I have to say and what I do are just happy for me to show up whenever I'm ready to. I'm not going to wear myself thin simply for views. That's really what it comes down to. And so like I said, I will be blocking and removing anyone that just wants to follow me for any other reason that isn't genuine to me and to my purpose and to what I believe in. Again, I do this out of passion. I'm very grateful that people see value and that people see me possibly, making this something that I do full time. But I'm gonna do it organically, and I'm gonna do it authentically, and those people that choose to follow and join for the ride, I appreciate them, but I'm not gonna sell myself out, and that's really what it comes down to. And for my friends who are creatives, I just want to remind you that you are still a creator when you rest. You are still a creator when you don't post every day, or you are still a creator when people don't see what you create. You are still a creator even when you don't create for a while. And that's completely okay. And so, yeah, that's really what it comes down to for me. I'm just really at a point where I'm done wearing myself thin or trying to convince people of my worth or trying to convince people that I deserve a view or a follow. If people choose to view and follow, I'm very, very grateful for that. But I'm not here to try to convince anyone of anything anymore. I'm the type of person, I'm a very big people pleaser, and I say yes to a lot of things that sometimes I feel like I shouldn't, or do a lot of things for other people because I feel obligated to, and I'm trying to break that cycle. And it begins with this, and it begins with setting my foot down and saying, like, no, this is not what I'm here for. I'm not here for other people's consumption. I'm here to create. And if other people end up resonating and appreciating what I create, then I'm so fucking grateful for that. But I'm not going to create solely out of desperation for views or for content or for money or for whatever else. Like, it's kind of ridiculous that I've had to get to a point where people come to my job talking to me about this. Like, it's so crazy to me that people feel so comfortable giving their 2 cents when they've never even fully known me or supported me. Like, it's all people that don't know me as a person. My friends and the people that genuinely care about me have never been the type to be like, you have to do this or you have to post that. And I'm like, why are the people that barely even know me so comfortable with trying to push this image of me that isn't even who I truly am or what I'm comfortable doing? So yeah, I just wanted to clarify that, because moving forward, I do plan to create more content and to put out more videos and stuff. And as I've mentioned, I do eventually want to get to a point where I'm having guests on this podcast, but I'm very intentional about it. I'm not going to just sit here and take shots and go crazy and share my craziest life stories, because that's not the image I'm trying to portray. I want this to be a space of intention and reflection and growth and healing and connection. If you want to see me going out and going crazy, catch me at View House on a Sunday. Like, there is a time and a place for everything, and this isn't the space where I want to do that. It's not what I want to put out into the world. And if you want to see certain content from me that I'm not currently creating, I am here for, like, different topics you might want to see and stuff like that. But I don't care to be sexualized or to be fetishized by people. I'm not, that's not what I'm here for. I'm much more than that, and I know that my purpose is greater than OnlyFans. Like I said, I'm all for anyone that does OnlyFans or creates that kind of content, but it's not me. And that's what I tell the people that comment this kind of shit. If you want to see someone twerking and, showing their everything, believe me, there's people out there that do, and they will be happy to receive your following and your money and whatever else. But that will never be me. So just wanted to kind of clarify that so that I can stop getting these comments and just kind of remind anyone that is also a content creator that you really don't owe anybody anything, and that you're not here to create simply for other people. You're here to create for yourself. And again, creation out of obligation rather than inspiration is a disservice to your purpose. So yeah, thank you for everyone that genuinely listens to me and watches me and supports me. But again, there's certain things that will never be me, and that is one of them. And of course, I want to do fun videos, and I want to do, Q&As, or maybe videos where I am getting a little tipsy or whatever else. But at this point in time, that's not what I want to do. And it's me finally setting those boundaries and putting my foot down and letting everyone know that if that's what you follow me for, just unfollow me. And if I continue to get comments like that, I will simply block you, because that's not what I'm here for, and I don't owe anybody anything. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. I will see you in the next video. In the meantime, make sure to give me a like, a comment, subscribe. If you're listening on Apple Podcasts or Spotify, whatever else, give me 5 stars. And yeah, I will continue to create authentically and organically, and I will see you guys next time it feels right.